The Pythagorean theorem has many applications in real life for how it's used. We're going to take a look at a couple of them here as we figure out how a squared plus b squared equals c squared helps us find distances in real life. Let's say that the base of a ladder is 4 feet from a building. And it hits the building eight feet high. We want to know how tall is the ladder. Well, let's see if we can draw a picture of what's going on here. Here's our building. It's got windows and a door. And we've got a ladder leaning up against the building. It leans up the building 8 feet high, and the ladder is 4 feet from the building. We want to know how tall is the ladder. Hopefully the building is going to make a right angle with the ground. And so across from that right angle, that unknown side is going to be our C. So 8 and 4 can be A and B in either order. And we're just solving the Pythagorean theorem for C, the ladder that's leaning diagonally against the building. So a squared is 8 plus b squared 4 equals c squared. 8 squared is 64. 4 squared is 16. 64 plus 16 is 80. And so to get rid of that squared, we take the square root of both sides. So c, the distance of our ladder, is the square root of 80, which my calculator says is 8.94 feet long. Let's take a look at another application of the Pythagorean theorem. Let's say a boy is flying a kite and lets out 21 meters of string. So it flies directly above his sister, who is 9 meters away. We want to know how high is the kite. Well, let's draw a picture. Here's the boy. Here's his flying a kite, letting out string. There's our kite. Kite strings. It's pretty. It's directly above his sister. Here's the sister. Notice that's going to make a right triangle. He has let out 21 meters of string. So the string going up to the kite is 21 meters. His sister is 9 meters away. We want to find out how high the kite is above his sister. The key to these application problems is drawing a good picture, labeling everything so we know what we're looking for. Notice the right angle is across from the 21, so that 21 must be the C. The other two are A and B in either order. And then we can just go to the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b, which is 9 squared, equals c, which is 21 squared. Well, we can't do a squared, but 9 squared is 81, and 21 squared is 441. Trying to solve this equation for a squared, we'll subtract 81 from both sides, so that we're left with a squared equals 360. And then finally, to get rid of that square, we'll take the square root of both sides, leaving behind just the a, and the square root of 360 is approximately 18.97 meters, is how tall that kite is above the boy's sister. It's your turn to practice some of these Pythagorean theorem problems. Let your instructor know if you have any questions.